Barry from Big Beaver. He wants to know how important is grooming in the recipe of choosing your play partners?
Let me tell you a story, Barry. This is true. One time we were with this couple, and she was wearing these really cute, not incredibly small panties, but panties nonetheless, and she took them off, and I saw them on the floor. But then I looked up, and I thought, how did she not take her panties off? I can see them right there. This was like a magic trick. Is there a third pair? Is she going to pull them from someplace else?
Yes.
This is amazing. And then I realized, oh, that's all hair in the exact shape of panties. That instantaneously made me lose my erection. No hair all the way, just so you know.
Okay. Does that mean I have to shave for the rest of my life?
I have a plan for when we get older. I'm going to get one of those bald caps you buy in the Halloween costumes. I'm going to get one for me and one for you because we're going to be old and we're going to be tired. We're just going to slip our genitalia through it, make it easier.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse merkin. Pro tip of the day. Everything you wanted to hear in your entire life will happen in 60 seconds. Hi, we're Bikini Addiction representatives, and we just sold over 12,000 Bikini Addiction bikinis last month because of the new limited edition. And that's not just because Bikini Addiction is the best bikini on the market. It's because we don't use deceptive advertising. Not like, boasting about the 17,000 bikinis we sold last month. And there are no bait and switches. That free invisible bikini you get with every purchase, it's real. And when it shows up, you'll know we're not lying. And no false claims, not about the buttery soft fabric or the pattern designed by goddesses and about how the tops make you appear 2 cup sizes larger or how putting on those sexy bottoms will instantly firm your glutes, making squats wildly unnecessary for the rest of your life. Bikini Addiction is sexy, authentic, and tell the truth. And that is how we sold 19,000 bikinis last month. Lauren, where do they go to get one of these amazingly honest bikinis?
You can honestly just go over to bikiniaddiction.com. Be sure and use our promo code ROOM77 when you check out, and you'll get 10%. I will put the link down there in the show notes for you. And that is true.
Bikini Addiction makes no guarantee regarding increased cup size, glute firmness, spontaneous confidence, or elimination of squats. Invisible bikinis may or may not exist or may not arrive. All compliments received while wearing our products are purely coincidental. By listening to this ad, you waive your rights of common sense, legal action, and reality as we know it in perpetuity through the known and unknown universe. Bikini responsibly.
Did anybody come for transformation?
77 is how it is said in British English. 77. Although in American English it would be pronounced as 77. 77. 77. And now you know.
Hello, Lauren. We have started once again.
Have we been saying we've started for 7 years?
We say it a lot.
A lot of years, I feel like.
Yeah, and it started because of the first episode we opened the show with. We've started a podcast. We've started.
Oh, my heart's pounding.
Well, that means you're not dead. And we've started.
And it's lasted for almost 7 years.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Because we didn't know what we were doing. So we started.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the 7 most important things you're going to learn in the lifestyle. It's been 8 years we've been here, 7 years we've been doing this. This month, we are going to go back in time. If you're just tuning in, this goes all the way back to 2017. This is before podcasts were actually a thing. There were no tools. There were no podcasting tools. There were no apps you could download. There were no things that helped podcasters.
Yeah. Thinking back to our electrical equipment that we had in the studio.
You had to find your way. You just had to figure it out. You just had to make it sound better, which you can hear by the first episode. You're like, oh, that doesn't sound great at all. So yeah, we're looking back to help the people, help the lives like we've always done. The activists that we are.
That's what we do.
The teachers that we are.
Our hashtag university,
hashtag learning, hashtag teacher, hashtag out of school, out of touch. It doesn't feel as long
as 7 years.
As 7 years, but when you listen back, you're like, holy moly.
I know it's crazy to think about how much has changed in our lives, things we've fought for, and how much has changed and how much our views have changed. And that's why I think this will be really a fun episode.
We came here to make things easier, and they became so much harder. It's it did. It was such a strange turn of events. Want to get into it really, really quickly. 7 things. The first one.
Episode 1. Welcome to the jungle.
Welcome to the jungle. In this episode, we're not going to go over everything. I just kind of highlighted some of the things in there that I thought may have changed. And one of the things we talked about in there was body image. And I'm going to play a clip I'm going to play a portion of it so you can listen back. Again, I want to remind everybody there was no tools at this point. It just sounded the way it sounded.
Do you wanna rewind for a while?
Let's just be honest. I am always playing with my cock.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct.
Correct.
Right.
All right. I don't think it's that abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
It was started because I always want it to look bigger.
I think that you have you have penis dysmorphia.
So yeah, I mean, being around naked people all day at Desire doesn't help with any insecurity that you may have that you feel like is being reaffirmed all the time. You are a better person than I. So let's just talk about boobs.
Way more than C cups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And your boobs are not big.
No, they're not at all. You can barely see them from the side. That's what I saw in that. And we just did some photos to try and express what we do in the workshop. And I could barely see them from the side.
Right. In that photo. First of all, perfect nipples. Beautiful, wonderful, beautiful, perfect areolas. Areolas to me sometimes sounds like a cookie.
Oh my God. I love to dip them in milk.
Oh, I have a pack of areolas. For some reason, you're okay being around these big boobs, and it doesn't affect your confidence at all. I mean, granted, the rest of you, ass, legs, face, hair, perfect, right? Perfect. So that's what you lean on. I am a fully flawed human being. I have so many flaws. Balding head, face that sort of looks like I was a burn victim, but not really.
No, stop it.
Yeah,
Come on.
A little bit.
No.
Small fire?
I want to interject something. Women have one thing that men don't get. Women have, I'm either a boob man or an ass man. So I don't have tits as my only thing. Like everyone's judging me by the size of my tits. And I think that men think that we all walk around and judge them by the size of their penises.
They do.
We don't.
They secretly do.
You do. Men judge themselves by the size of their penises, not women.
Do it again one more time.
Okay, so have I changed my view that women look at penises and judge us by the size of our penis?
No.
No, I have not. Not even a little bit.
Not even a little.
Am I still a chronic penis puller?
Absolutely.
100%. Am I still obsessed with penis size?
100%.
I have not changed even a little bit. I mean, it's actually gotten worse. It's gotten worse.
About the obsession of penis size?
Yeah.
Because you've seen that many more.
Yeah, I've gotten more obsessed about it in fact, I've talked about penis augmentation in the last episode and asked somebody to call me about it, and someone did. It's like, hey, if you've gotten this done, reach out. And someone did, and I talked to them. And what about you and your perception of body image?
Within the 7 years, going through menopause has really affected my body image, because I used to be able to just hop in the gym and work out like a normal strength. I had good stamina and I didn't really have to worry about much.
Yeah, for sure.
And over this time period, it's like your body changes, and I wasn't really prepared for that.
Yeah.
So actually I've been looking at the muscle loss in my chest, and I was like, maybe just a little something.
Yeah, maybe throw some tatas in there.
Oh.
You know what? You do a lot of Temu and AliExpress. If you can get the bags, I'm pretty sure I can put them in.
Oh my God, can you?
Well, you're into saving money.
Yeah.
I think I could do it. What I didn't know back then, what I know now.
Okay.
Which is the body changing, especially with women, but even men, and age, no one telling you about it. So here's what happens is in life, if you have a son or daughter, which we don't have, but everybody knows when you're growing up, the body goes through a change. You go through puberty.
Yeah.
And most people have that talk with their son or their daughter. They say, your boobs are going to grow.
Right. We're going to get
You
a
know what I
training
mean?
bra.
Yeah. And things are going to change in your body. You tell your son, they're going to drop. Your testicles are going to drop, and you're going to get hair here, and all this stuff is going to happen. No one tells you that your body is going to go through a second puberty, or just your body's just going to change again. Also, dear, we're not finished this conversation. Those same beautiful breasts that are going to develop are then going to change again, and they're going to sag and become disgusting.
Your body's just going to eat them up.
Yeah. And that porcelain, beautiful skin, say goodbye to that. That part where you can eat everything and see how you have no fat on your body. Yeah, that's not going to happen
That's gonna
anymore.
go.
And son, those when I mentioned those balls are going to drop, that's the most exciting thing that they'll ever going to do for the rest of your life. That's the top, right? At some point, they're not going to produce anything anymore. Yeah, it's just going to be a sad revelation. And erections, I know you get them every 5 minutes now. So wishful that you had those again. And as far as the penis goes, I used to think that maybe I was grower or shower, but I think I was just hopeful.
You were just a hoper.
Yeah, I did. And I would take photos of myself or my dick, just dick photos, and I still do this. I only use the photos where my dick looks good. And what I'm doing, which I realized, I'm just catfishing myself.
That's okay. All the women do the same thing.
Thank God we have people like Taboo Toys in our lives. When they heard my desperate cries for help, they sent me the Max
Boost Pro.
Yeah. That's a cylinder that I put my penis in and fuck it. I don't think that's what it's for, but it's what it feels like. They don't care about my penis health.
But it's funny because we were talking about aging and we lose collagen and elastin in our faces. You guys lose it in your penis. I mean,
my penis needs a facelift.
It's help. Just like we go to the spa, you can't go to the spa for your penis. So if you start using a pump on a daily basis or weekly basis, it will help to maintain the blood flow and help maintain that circumference and loss of
Instead
tissues.
of going straight to surgery, which was my plan last week, I'm gonna try this pump out for a while.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna slip it in there. You can use it in the shower, right?
You can use it in the shower, in the jacuzzi, the bath, just sit there.
Does it come with a jacuzzi?
Did she not send us one of those?
No, I didn't get that. That didn't come with it. We're gonna start doing this once a week. I'm also gonna use it, I think, to fluff myself up in social situations.
Yes.
Meaning going to the grocery store, because I usually wear really short shorts. You know a little bit more about this than I do because they sent it to you because they didn't want to embarrass me.
Instead of thinking of it as like something that you do if you have ED, which you can, obviously, but there's another maintenance factor in there that I think a lot of guys are missing out on.
Yeah, well, it has a button on it. That's the first thing I like about it.
You love buttons.
So I press a button. It makes my cock hard instantaneously. I create a vacuum seal. So it's a little bit like being an astronaut. And I put a space helmet on my cock. Put it on.
Yep.
Do you know how long I keep it on? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to let everybody know how it went. And we'll start with that. If you want it, where do they go?
Go to tabootoys.com. You can save 15% on it with our code ROOM77 and check the show notes. I'll put the link down there for you.
What is next, Lauren?
It is a pile of girls and on girls and your mom.
No. This one starts a bit of a drama.
Yeah, it was a tricky one.
Yeah. So in this episode, what happens, this is in, I think, 2019. We had gone to Zaire and a couple had asked us if we would be in their photo shoot.
Yeah, their boudoir photos.
And you had just started talking to your mom about the lifestyle.
I had just told her, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I had told this story about us doing this photo shoot with them. Now, your dad had been on this tangent about, what are you doing? Are you doing porn? And you were like, no, we don't do porn.
It has nothing to do with porn. It's not, it's a choice that we have in our marriage. And I was trying to explain it from that point of view. You can't really explain it to your parents.
You had a really, really close relationship with your mom.
Yeah.
You just really, really wanted your parents to just understand and accept it.
I did. I really thought I could just explain it to them and they would understand that it's a choice that we have in our marriage and they would be like, okay.
Okay, so that's that part.
Yeah.
That's that part. And then this is what happens next.
Do you wanna rewind for a while?
You could tell your mom, hey, there's strangers that send us money. And we love it.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Go on. So what is her major concerns? Basically, this is what I'm getting. Her major concern is you're doing a radio show in the nude.
One. Second is I'm doing something like some sort of Kardashian.
She's kind of like a billionaire. Not the worst thing in the world.
Right. And also getting a law degree.
She is.
And then the third thing, I guess, was, I don't know what afraid for us to listen to on the podcast, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't really.
So basically thought we were doing porn.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the photo shoot today. So this conversation happens last night.
Yeah.
And now, literally less than 24 hours later, I am in a room with 2 other naked people doing sexual acts while someone else puts it on film. I mean, you guys looked amazing. I mean, it looked amazing. So then they move on to, all right, now it's group sex photo time.
Yeah.
Right?
Another question my dad asked, by the way.
Right. Do you have group sex? If above 8 is group sex, no, we do not have group sex.
No one can navigate past a 6-some, Dad. It's very difficult.
We start getting mixed up now and click, 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 click. The photos are going.
Yeah, we were doing all kinds of touchy, fakey stuff. And then
well, you can't fake it, right?
You can't fake that one.
You guys get to fake it. So there was a moment where, now this is going to sound really weird.
Oh, God.
At the end, the photographer says, was there anything else that you didn't get before I leave? And he looks at me and he's like, I mean, a cum shot if it's possible. And I'm like, I'll come all over the place if you want.
Been horny since last week.
Get me some lube.
You did.
That was the first words out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted. So I climb onto the bed. I start masturbating like it's saving my life. And she wants it on her boobs because she doesn't want to mess up her makeup, which was perfect, by the way. Mm-hmm. She looked amazing. I come all over her tits.
Yeah.
And it was big too because I had been holding back for a little while for the big shoot. That's how we do it. Yeah. That's how we do it. You know what I mean? That's
when
how
you're high paid.
That's how us professionals do it.
Yeah.
We wait up a little bit. So we have a lot of ejaculate.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I come, but what I'm not prepared for, and this has never happened in my life.
What happened?
Well, you come and there's 100 flashes. Click, 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 click. I'm at the Emmys, but my cock's out and I'm coming all over. And at that very moment, I thought of your mom. I'm like, oh my God. Not that I thought of your mom, but I did.
Do it again one more time.
You made your mom promise to never ever listen to an episode, right?
Exactly.
Our downfall was we named that episode Girls, 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 and Your Mom. So she decided that's the one I'll listen to. And then everything spiraled from there. But that's not really the point we're trying to make. I think where I've grown, that I think everybody should know this going in. And I think we both agree on this. Turning anyone's view on the lifestyle and trying to get them to change their view.
Right.
It's as hard as trying to get somebody to change their view on politics, religion,
right,
or literally anything else that they believe.
It's a belief system.
It's a belief system.
Absolutely.
Once, probably back then, I believed with you that you could change someone's belief, where you think it feels like, well, I'm going to change your opinion.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, because that's what I felt like. If you explain something about yourself, then you could be like, oh, okay, I get it. I understand why you're that religion or whatever. That's
right.
Okay.
Which is different though, because people, even racists and bigots, which found one last week, even racists and bigots, they will change certain aspects of certain things they do. I'll tolerate the blacks, but that doesn't change their beliefs that they are better than. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
My father will watch TikTok, but he won't use TikTok because to him it's witchcraft. He also won't use it because he's dead. So there's that. I left that part out.
It's hard.
You just have to accept yourself. Let the pieces fall where they may, as long as it doesn't disrupt your life. But I know we started this out, this podcast out, with a few things in mind. We are not teachers, which is why our podcast says the best advice you should never use.
Right.
And most importantly, we are not activists, okay? We are not trying to change anyone's mind about the lifestyle. If you're not into it, that is cool. We're not selling essential life oils or CrossFit or anything like that.
Courses you can sign up for, whatever.
We get a free orgy if you sign up for 5. It doesn't work like that. There are, however, a lot of people, you see it online, you hear other podcasts doing it, that treat this like a movement, which I will die on this hill. It is not a fucking movement. We need a group chat, a calendar, maybe to be hydrated. We don't need anything else. At no point should swingers be comparing themselves to anything that is civil rights related. No, you've lost the meaning. You've lost your way at that point. You're not oppressed. The only thing you worry about is there a phone party at this event? That's your oppression. Oh, there's no phone party?
Did I charge my LED sneakers?
It's not a movement.
It's not a movement. It's a choice.
Don't try to change people's beliefs on it.
No.
It's a futile move. Accept yourself, and trying to shout that you should accept me. Those people are they're insecure.
They haven't accepted who they are.
They haven't. I've learned very, very quickly, I think you have too, is if you don't accept me, then you're not in my life. I don't know what else to tell you. So this next one, the third most important thing you should know in the lifestyle comes from, I believe, the COVID times. So they're going to refer to it. Dark ages,
yes.
COVID times. We weren't working. Nobody was working. We needed to make money.
Right.
You started doing things like OnlyFans and stuff like that. By the way, shout out to Patreons who really came to the rescue at that point in our lives. They just flooded in and really supported us a lot during that time. So thank you so much, Patreons.
That was so amazing that we couldn't have survived on my panties.
No, there was no way, because we were using the resort, and all of a sudden it was just like gone. Everything was gone.
Yeah.
We were making the money from the sales,
booking rooms
and the workshop.
Right. Tips.
The tips, and all gone.
All gone.
Gone. So the only thing that we had at that point was
Patreon.
People just came flooding in. So again, thank you so much. I don't even know if they know that. They probably do, because they did it. I'll never forget that.
I cried when we were saying thank you when it was happening, but they probably forget. So we need to remind them.
Before Lauren gets emotional because of her menopause. Thank you to all the members who stuck around since the beginning to support us, and to all of the new ones.
Marlon, Udo, Fab Life, Nicolay, Jorge, and Randy and S.
And if you want to become a member too, we know there's no COVID around, but if you need a virus to support us, that measles outbreak is looking pretty nasty. So Lauren, where do they go to become a member?
You can go to our website, room77life.com, and up in the corner, click Become a Member. Easy as that.
This clip is a bit B. I don't know if everybody remembers B, our little Mexican friend with the perfect ass.
Yes.
And it's about you selling your panties. And then we'll tell you what we learned after becoming sex workers.
So this is my life now, along with Lauren selling panties.
I did make my first sale today.
Lauren is selling her panties right now. How do you feel about that, B?
I'm going to buy a pair of panties.
How much would you pay for Lauren's panties?
I would say $80.
You would say $80?
Yeah, depending
on what she did in them?
Yeah.
Oh, I just sold them for a bargain.
And if it has some of your cum retard, more expensive.
No, that
can make a baby. That can be scraped off.
Yeah, then they take my DNA.
They put it in.
They got me for life. Yeah, no.
No baby was made by me.
Yeah.
What conclusion have we come to since then, 5 years later, after being a sex worker?
There's so many websites. There's so many. I even took a couple meetings with people who seem to really navigate this well and figure it out. And this shit is hard.
Yeah.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
And at time, really, you got to be really dedicated to dedicate the amount of time that it actually needs to succeed.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way first. We suck at it.
Yeah, we are not a good example again.
And this is the thing that I've learned. This is the leap that I took, because I was in the former category. Now I'm in the latter category. And people sort of roll their eyes. I mean, I'm gonna do OnlyFans. People sort of roll their eyes. You know, they're like, oh, you're gonna do OnlyFans, easy work, easy money. No. First of all, you either do OnlyFans or you don't do OnlyFans. There's no real sort of doing OnlyFans.
Right, exactly.
It just doesn't work that way. Just like anything else. I don't care what you're doing. It becomes work.
Yep.
I don't know who's out there saying well, all they do is sex. Okay. Do you think no matter what you do, you still have a Monday morning? Everybody still winds up after the first day. You're like, this is awesome. By day 60, you're like, okay, how can I give this blowjob and do laundry at the same time? because you start to acclimate. It's just a job. Like that's just what starts to happen.
You know what is going to be better materials, so you start thinking it in terms of that way, and you're not just capturing sexual moments, which is what you go in thinking.
Right.
It's like, I'm just going to set up a camera and we're, going to capture this hot foursome. And you're like, that doesn't sell. You can't just have, you're buying headgear to get different angles. You got lights set up. You're trying to position yourself. And it's a whole thing to where you lose track of losing yourself in the moment.
Yeah. And there's an absolute method to it. And the people that just brush it off as nothingness, who are the same people that are watching hours and hours of content online that don't think that has a method
Right.
as well. It's just that thing. People don't legitimize it, but it's a thing.
Yeah.
Bob Ross painted happy trees and that became a billionaire enterprise. You know what I mean? Like nobody shit on Bob Ross. But the dude's just painting happy trees every day. Fuck him. Fuck Bob Ross and his happy trees.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do it and it seems wonderful, but the 90th day you're running around the woods in lingerie, it starts to become work. Yeah. It just does.
I mean, if you want to go see our OnlyFans, you can. It's /room77. And
We've renamed it How to Not Do OnlyFans. Do it. Become a successful OnlyFans by doing it the opposite of everything you see here.
what is the fourth most important thing?
I am so glad you asked. Fourth most important thing to know in the lifestyle, or the fourth most important thing that you should know that we've learned, is from the episode I Have to Look, How to Talk Dirty for Finger Banging, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the actual title, but this is an episode where we finger banged live on air because I'm trying to figure out why women don't give verbal feedback, because I'm always left, I think a lot of men are, with a blank stare when we're doing stuff. And I was like, for once and for all, I just want to lay you down and be like, what does real-time feedback feel like? Because it's a lot of guesswork. A lot of people say it's like cracking a safe. We laid you down. Let's see what's happening down there.
Yes.
What your special
In my
spots
world.
are. Yeah. So that is what this particular piece is from.
What I was thinking, because it's so three-dimensional, in some of the locations would be hard. You can't say like 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock, because that would be one-dimensional.
Right.
So when I think of a sphere, I think of Mother Earth. So
As one would.
I don't know how your geography is, but if I was to put the United States of America as the entrance of your yoni, right? That means the lips is Mexico, and that's like the little wall that everybody's trying to get into. The back.
That's the Canada border.
The back, right? The back is like Mother Russia, okay? All the way in the back. Down at the bottom, what is that, Antarctica or Antarctica?
Antarctica.
Antarctica at the bottom. That's the bottom of your vagina.
Mm-hmm.
All the way at the top is what?
North Pole.
North Pole.
Mm-hmm.
All right, North Pole. And then over here is like Australia. You got Africa. So what I want you to do at some points, when you want me to go, I want you to be like, go to China. Okay? Now, this is going to depend a lot on my geography knowledge and your geography knowledge, right? Because you could be like, hit Paraguay. I'm like, I don't know where that is. I don't know where I'm going.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
So then as far as speed goes, I think we should just stick with a faster, slower.
Okay, not knots.
Knots. It's going to be a little complicated. It's going to be a little complicated.
Bring it up.
Yeah, let's do knots.
Okay.
4 knots more. Ready?
Yep, let's do it. So,
All right. So the next part of this gets X-rated. So kids, go in another room and watch this without your parents. No? Oh,
parents, go in another room and watch this without your kids. That's what he meant to say.
yes.
Okay.
All right. I'm coming around here.
Come on in, babe.
I'm coming in. We have to get naked now.
Texas is open.
So, so you take off your panties. Show your world to me. Let me see.
What a great pun.
Oh, Oh, yeah, it is a great pun. I didn't even realize it.
Oh, stop
I
it.
did such a good job.
You did.
All right, let me see. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. It really is. It's a pretty pussy.
Thank you.
It is. I'm going to take my my shorts off now.
Okay.
I'm going to show it's a small world. No. But I'm a little chubbed up, so it's okay. So, all right. So let's start this. Let's start this correctly. All right. Pretend I'm a guy and I'm about to finger bang you, right? As a woman, mentally, I want a verbal stream of consciousness, right? Just so I can give you an example of what I'm trying to do. I'm going to sit up right now. I want you to grab onto my cock, right? Grab, stroke it, up and down. Oh, faster. Oh, play with the head. Yeah. Yeah, right there. Do the, oh, that feels good. Keep doing that, bitch. This is the stream of consciousness that I want to hear from you.
Okay. Softer, not using the top of your nail.
I'm using just my fingers now.
Ooh, the tiny circles feel good.
Yeah, I'm doing tiny circles now.
I like teasing the clit. That feels really good.
All right, I'm going to tease the clit a little bit more.
Yeah. It's nice and more fingers on the clit, like fingers.
I only have 5 available.
That's put them all on there. 4 of them. You don't have to put the thumb on.
Oh, because that was an awkward move.
Yeah, I have to do that.
All right, so I have
Harder, more pressure, and slow it down. So good.
Slow it
more
down.
intensity.
How many knots?
Slow it down to like 5 knots.
5 knots. Just massage like this. Now you like little circles like this?
I do. I like circles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just rubbing your clit. Does this feel different?
Yeah.
Better, right?
I actually like both. This just a different sensation, like more pressure on that. Oh God, that's such...
All right. So I'm just doing circles around just for the audience that's listening, just doing circles.
Well, you got the clit nice and warmed up, and now my vagina is starting to pulse and wanting more. So I'm ready for you to do more stuff.
Right.
I
A
don't
stream of consciousness. Just say,
stick
hey.
a finger in there.
Oh, well, see, that's all you have to say.
Oh, okay.
All right. Now, here I am. I'm in the United States.
Yeah, I can't feel you.
Oh, great. All right. So what country would you like me to visit first?
Check on like Brazil. See how it's
Ooh, could you pick another country?
Peru.
I think Brazil's down here.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Brazil, Canada.
Yeah.
Brazil, Canada.
Oh wait, check on New York. How's New York
That's
doing?
pretty specific. Can you just keep it to a country?
Yeah. Okay.
So we're back in the United States.
Yeah, I
It's
love
about here.
Canada.
I'm right behind your clit.
Try left. Yeah, that's good. Whatever
there?
that is. Yeah,
That's
feels
the left
nice.
upper roof of your vagina.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know what that is, but it feels fucking good.
I don't know what it is either, but I like the sound you're making. All right, I'm switching fingers.
Do it. Whatever you have to do.
I'm going to try different things, and you tell me bad, good. I'm going to describe what I'm doing. You just say likey, or
Yes.
or bad touch.
No.
Do bad touch. All right, so now I'm going in 2 fingers. Now I'll do one. I'll do 1 finger. I'm going to go all the way up, as far as I can go, and up. Oh,
Oh,
was
shit.
that a good?
Yes, that's fucking. Oh, so good.
Oh, you like that? I'm going to press down on your stomach with the
Oh
microphone.
God. Oh fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it feels really good.
Can I use 2 fingers?
Okay,
What would you rather, 2 or 1?
1.
Just 1?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Oh God.
So you like it really deep?
Yeah. Yeah. And to the left. Yeah. Oh fuck. Oh God.
So I feel like upper left is your magic spot.
Okay, then upper left me.
Now I'm gonna... All right, so I'm pressing
Oh,
down,
God.
pressing down on your stomach.
Oh fuck.
You definitely sounded like you were having fun in that.
I think I came on air. You definitely made me come. That was so fun.
What have you learned since then? Have you gotten better? Have you learned anything about your vagina?
I think I've gotten better definitely at dirty talk in terms of like, feeling comfortable and like letting myself go and I've learned a lot of terms, new terms and sex positions, I think, that
that's true.
added to my knowledge.
Yeah.
Come better at deep throating.
You've gotten better. I didn't know if that was possible, but you have become a wonderful cocksucker.
And then, but like an overall better at sex, I feel like maybe not overall better. Those were the things I would say I excelled, just growth in general.
I definitely did not get better.
Why?
I don't think it's because I gotten worse because of anything. I've just gotten lazier.
Oh.
Just lazier. Like, I'll give you a great, for instance, of something that I've noticed in me. So, like when you're at a table and the check comes, there's that awkward moment when people don't want to pay the check and they just sort of pause.
Yes.
That's sort of me when guys start going down on you and then I'm supposed to go down on the other girl. I'm like, I don't really want to. I'm just like, all right, well, this moment will pass. I'll just don't.
You don't enjoy it? You don't think you're good at it?
I mean, I used to be really like, yeah, let's do it. I'll go down there and
do stuff.
I'll just do stuff. But I found that I don't know if I'm making this up in my head, but I found that a lot of women they're not super comfortable a lot of the times with men down there.
I would agree with that.
I don't know if it's every woman. I'm sure there's exceptions, but women are very, very picky about guys being down there. I don't feel that I've had a lot of success being down there. I think it's very, very specific.
Orally is what you're speaking of.
Yeah, orally.
I think the finger banging you should practice that more.
That I do. That I absolutely do. I still partake in that a bit, not as much. But I mean, I'm just I used to be like, let's try this position. And now I'm like, that seems like a lot of thrusting.
Can we have a low cardio sex workout?
In that aspect, I think maybe worse.
You've aged.
I've definitely become a lot more selfish.
But you used to say that being selfish made you the best lover.
It makes you a better lover. It does. So in that case, yes, I've become better.
There you go.
Boom, full circle. Yeah.
I just spun it.
Because I do. I mean, I do care a lot less about if they're getting off, which actually helps the entire situation because I'm just trying to get off, which makes everybody get off a little bit more because I'm not so like, are you okay?
Yeah, there's
what do
less
you
pressure.
Need? Yeah, I'm just like,
people.
bend over. I'm going to use you. Which
we like that.
Yeah, which usually works out a little bit better. 2 fingers, sit back and try not to talk. That's what I'm going to do. If you need anything, just raise your hand. Yeah, so I don't know, but as far as me, TriMix is a game changer.
Oh my God. What an excellent way to bring that in. That really has something that made, I think, sex better in terms of pressure. Taking something off the table for me anyway, because I used to worry about you staying hard.
Actually, a TriMix doctor reached out to us. I don't know how that happened. A podcast listener.
Someone went in who listened to the podcast and asked her
I'm
for
here
a
because of Room
prescription.
77.
They asked for a prescription.
Yeah, they're
She's
like, Room 77 sent me. She's like, what? So she reached out to us. I don't know if I'm going to talk to them or not, but I don't think I'm ever going to be a porn star.
Yeah, it's a...
However, this is the unfair part. I still want you to become a porn star. So you keep working.
Okay, I'm working on it.
Keep practicing. So in almost 100 episodes, almost, not yet, we got one right.
We did. We had a good advice episode where we said something good.
We did. In the episode, How to Beat the Meet and Greet, episode 59, we gave a piece of advice that, who knew?
It came back to us.
It came back to us a lot of times. A lot of people, they took our advice. We constantly use our own advice. Sometimes we failed a few times and we admitted it. And we even say it to ourselves at party. And here it is.
Don't go into these parties, a house party or an event or a takeover, whatever it is. Don't go into any of these things with the attitude that it is
someone else's party or someone else's date or someone else's event. Go into these situations like you're the host and it is your job to greet every single person there. Now, you may not be able to accomplish that.
Right.
You're going to make an effort to try to say hi in a way, welcome to every single person in this place. I'm going to try to talk to everybody. Not everybody that I'm interested in. I'm just going to try to talk to everybody. Whoever I'm interested in, that will organically happen.
I agree. Yeah, that's a really good piece of advice, Richard.
So that will organically happen because here's what's happening in these situations. If you go into a place and you're not talking to everybody there, people are watching you. They don't want to talk to people who aren't talking to people. You look unapproachable.
Yeah.
People don't want to talk to couples who aren't talking to each other. You want to talk to your partner as much as you can. If you're very social with your partner, you become a more approachable person. If you're one of those couples who are you're both individually just staring at a wall, for instance, I'll put you back at your pool. One person is reading a book. The other person is staring at his phone. It's very hard. Those are two different worlds.
Yeah.
Right? It's impossible.
You want the couple engaged together almost as one person.
Right. Having a drink, talking, very different than two people that are living in totally different worlds. They're not even at that pool anymore.
Right.
They're not even there.
Yeah.
Right. And that gives off a vibe of, whether they're assuming it or not, those people don't want to be bothered. I'm not going to bother them. They don't look rude. I just don't want to bother them.
Right.
Right. Now, the other thing that does is it makes you approachable to everybody else. When you're talking to everybody in the party, everybody's watching you talk to everybody in the
Yeah.
And it lifts that feeling for everybody else. That's less anxiety for me. They're approachable people. Therefore, I can approach them and it's going to be safe. Those people over there are safe to approach. I can talk to them. I can tell they're nice because they're talking to everybody else. So now I've taken one for the entire party and I've taken one for the team and I've lifted a little bit of anxiety for everyone.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, everyone.
Do it again one more time.
Well, that's it. I mean, don't fix it if it's not broken.
Yeah, no commentary needed. Actually, Asa has reached out to me. This one is being nominated for Lifestyle Podcast Hall of Fame. So I don't get too excited.
The entire podcast or this episode?
Just this episode. Moving on, what is next, Lauren? You have a list in front of you, I believe.
I say this is the
like that shirt
episode about barebacking.
I was just looking at your nipples poking through your shirt.
Oh, yeah. I
like
wear it
that.
out in the neighborhood.
Yeah, that makes me excited.
A lot of construction workers look at me.
I like that they're looking at your nipples.
Bareback.
Oh, great segue.
Yes.
Nipples to bareback. Bareback. Right. Interestingly enough, I didn't pull any sound from this.
Oh.
Because the episode sucked. So, but this is basically an episode where we talk about unsafe sex and safe sex and the people who go on a mission. Activists talking about how safe sex has to be so super safe and you should get tested every 3 days.
Yeah.
And we are safe. We are not perfect, but we are safe. We get tested.
Yes, absolutely.
We do slip up every once in a while.
Right.
And
we still use condoms
We
too.
use condoms. Everything doesn't always work out perfect. It is not a perfect world. We are still clean. That is basically, the thing that I wanted to reiterate, the responsibility falls on you. It falls on you as the person. The risk taker is you. Again, like we talked about in episode 77, what we were talking about, is you can't change the behavior of others. So if you're out there screaming at people to go get tested,
right?
Stop it. It's your responsibility to stay safe. If you feel like you want to be completely protected inside of this bubble, you have two choices.
Right.
Number one, always use protection.
Oh, okay.
Or number two, stop having sex. Either have protected sex where you always have only protected sex or stop having sex.
That'll keep you safe.
That's it. That's the
you
only
won't catch
way.
anything.
Yeah. You need to get tested. Bitch, you just did 9 lines of K. And I think you may die right now of an overdose. Like, are we really going to talk about health concerns right now?
Random drugs up your nose from a bathroom stall.
Yeah. Girl,
so clean.
Girl, you're drunk every day. Your liver's about to fall outside of your body at this point. Get that checked. How about that? You know what I mean? And here's the truth. You are not going to die from gonorrhea, but you will die pressing K
On your phone.
while speeding 75 miles down a freeway. So think about that for a second. Before you start screaming online about, can't believe these people, because that kills more people. Karen, who drinks 4 nights a week and hasn't had therapy in a decade. Worried about my STI results. Okay, go sit down. Just worry about you.
Even going through menopause with vaginal dryness, it's like sometimes that condoms is like, you can't get enough lube. It's just so
Not
much.
easy. Never has been easy. Maybe when you're 18.
Yeah. It's just,
You didn't notice. For guys, not easy for girls. And people who live in that world where it's always perfect, it's not realistic. I'm sorry.
yeah.
You want to believe that everybody in this lifestyle is having safe sex? I'm sorry. Room 77 is the one to break it to you. It's not true. It's not true.
Oh, God.
Protect yourself. You're that worried about it. Protect yourself. What's next, Lauren?
Oh, we talk about trying a DVP.
DVP from the episode doing gay stuff in the manliest way possible. DVP. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Trial and error. Call this one 2 guys, a hole, and a series of regrets.
Oh, Jesus.
It's a little throwback there.
It is. I like it.
I don't know if you know this.
Oh, a story of redemption.
So in this episode, 1 year ago, so it's 1 year ago this month, last year, we tried DVP.
Mm-hmm.
But since then, we successfully did DP.
We did some DP.
In that road, though, full disclosure, I did anally rape someone. But go on, we did do
You did
DVP.
some DPing. Had some DP.
Mhm.
Oh my God. I wish I could get really good at it.
Well, you don't practice. You still don't practice.
This is true. You need practice for this.
Well, practicing, that helped. And shivers helped.
Yeah, it definitely helped.
Very early on, called them the anal openers. You just take a few, wait a while, they open you up from ooh to maybe. While we're here, we should actually give them a plug.
A butt plug.
Very good. Well done, Lauren.
Thanks.
Shivers will open your butt. I don't think that's how they want to be sold. But no, Shivers is an amazing THC gummy. They help open mainly our back doors.
Our minds.
And our minds. We are going to give that secret to you so you can open new doors into your life. Where do they find these wonderful Shivers?
Links on our website, and also you can go directly to shivers.store. Support us by using our code R77 and you will save 10%.
They're coming out with something new.
The psilocybin gummies are going to be coming out this month, I hope.
What
Yes.
is psilocybin?
Like mushroom gummies. So it's not THC, it's a different high.
Fantastic. Maybe that high will help us with DVP.
I am hoping
Yeah.
DVP. That's still
The Holy
unaccomplished.
Grail.
Yeah,
So
here we go.
Then they throw out there, let's try DVP.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even answer. I don't think I'm like,
It's always going to be a no from you, but we have to keep trying.
we have to get trying. You're like, yes, that's a great idea.
I mean, the thought is always like, yes, this is the right couple, wrong cock.
That's why I was hesitant. I'm like, are you kidding? I can barely take just one. How are you going to squeeze yours in too?
It seems like every time we get a chance at DVP, it's always with someone with a ginormous cock. I'm still fine with it. Anyway. So I think I did enough research from the last time that we failed. I was like, I got the position. I know how it's done now.
Yeah, you're like a sophomore now.
Yeah. So I like put him in position. Like I see it in porn and I'm like, got it. Like I'm watching it like a football play. I'm like, all right, tail back that way, running back to the side. All right. It's a screen to the left. Receivers are running post flag. Got this. I got this. This is no problem whatsoever.
It, yeah.
you got to keep trying. We still haven't done it yet.
I will be that porn star with you.
Yeah. What have you learned though about the whole DP and DVPing since a year ago? I've learned your vagina is incredibly small.
That's one. The positioning is quite intricate. We've
Yes.
had some coaching
Yes.
on that. And that's, I think, half the problem.
Most people out there They just make it look so easy. They just
Fucking
jump
porn
into position.
stars.
I'm trying to position myself and get in there, and I'm like, whose leg is that? I have no idea who's where or what's happening.
And I'm doing it with my eyes closed because I'm trying to concentrate on accepting the pressure and the pain that goes along with it without like quitting. So I'm not even looking. I'm relying on you guys to be the guides.
Do you think you can do DVP?
I really don't think I'm ever going to get it. I honestly don't.
I'm happy to hear that you can. Because we're going to keep on trying, and I'm happy to hear that you have a positive outlook.
We need to find smaller penises.
You're not going to hear this a lot. Small penises, front of the line. What have you learned?
I've learned that once you, if you use actually anal toys, which I think are really good, and I've started using those, that you can get into anal and it opens the opportunity for DVP, something that feels amazing, but you also have to prep. You can't just, like Lauren used to, I want DVP now. And you got to, no, it doesn't work like that. You have to be prepared. And I think it's better to be prepared, like having a plug in and having a toy and going over to play. And if it doesn't happen, it's fine, but at least you're prepared.
I've learned. I want to do it again and again. I really did. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We hope that we last another 7 months at least.
Another 7 months. And we're so grateful that all of you were along for the ride with us.
If you've been here since the beginning, thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. This is not the last episode.
And not the last podcast studio. We are going to have another podcast studio.
We are moving again.
Moving again.
If you follow along, you know that is the ridiculous part of our life. So... And don't forget to come and join us at Sin in October. Go get on that overflow list. Lauren, where else will we be?
We are going to Liquid Lust Friction Parties in New Jersey, and that'll be in July 25th through the 27th. We'll also be at Desire if you want to come join us in June. Find all that out by going to room77events.com.
Talk to you next time.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to go leave a positive review.
For more information, go to room77life.com.
Thanks for stopping by Room 77.
We had a blast.
Now get your clothes and get out.